Good morning, students. We'll continue structure of atom topic. We'll see Bohr-Sommerfeld model of an atom. In an attempt to account for the structure of line spectrum known as fine spectra, Sommerfeld modified Bohr's atomic model by adding elliptical orbits. This Sommerfeld, he has explained Bohr's model only, but he has given some more information by adding elliptical orbits. While retaining the first of Bohr's circular orbit as such, he added one elliptical orbit to Bohr's second orbit, two elliptical orbits to Bohr's third orbit, etc., such that the nucleus of an atom is one of the principal foci of these elliptical orbits. He was guided by the fact that in general, periodic motion under the influence of central force will lead to elliptical orbits with the force situated at one of the foci. L equal to 0 here. For one nucleus, for one circle, there is one elliptical. Here for one, two elliptical orbits. Here for one, three elliptical orbits. Bohr-Sommerfeld model, through successful in accounting for the fine line structure of hydrogen line atomic spectra, does not provide a satisfactory picture of the structure of atom in general. This model failed to account for the atomic spectra of atoms of more than one electron. For this also failed to explain atoms of having more than one electron. Why is the electron in an atom restricted to resolve under the nucleus at fixed distance? Next topic, quantum mechanical model of an atom. Do the electrons follow defined paths around the nucleus? If the electrons revolves around the nucleus in defined paths or orbit, the exact position of the electron at various times will be known. For that, we have to answer two questions. What is the velocity of an electron? Is it possible to find the exact position of the electron? Electrons are invisible to naked eye. Then how do you find the position and velocity of an electron? To find articles during dark nights, we take the help of torchlights. Similarly, we can take the help of suitable light to find the position and velocity of electron. As electrons are very small, light of very short wavelength is required for this task. This short wavelength light interacts with the electrons and disturbs the motion of electrons. Hence, simultaneously, the position and velocity of electrons cannot be measured accurately. From the above discussion, it is clear that electrons do not follow definite paths in an atom. Do atoms have a definite boundary as suggested by Bohr's model? If the electrons are not distributed in orbits around the nucleus, this means that an atom does not have a definite boundary. As a result, it is not possible to pinpoint an electron in an atom. Under these circumstances, in order to understand the properties of electrons in an atom, a quantum mechanical model of atom was developed by Erwin Schrödinger. According to this model of an atom, instead of orbits of Bohr's model, the electrons are thought to exist in a particular region of space around the nucleus at a given instant of time. What do we call the region of space where the electrons might be at given time? The region of space around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electrons is maximum is called orbital. In a given space around the nucleus, only certain orbitals can exist. Each orbital of a stable energy state of an electron is described by a particular set of quantum numbers. These quantum numbers we'll discuss in next class. Thank you, students.